Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is a collective tarot message for Sun, Moon, and Rising Aquarius. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Let's see what the tarot wants you to know right now. Signs and synchronicities. The universe is communicating to you. Watch for signs that may be sending you a message, Aquarius. All right, let's see what comes through for you. These may be your energies or the energy of someone in the environment. What does Aquarius need to see? Meditation practice. You might feel a little frazzled. Maybe some downtime would do you good. Connecting to spirit. Why do I feel like it's big choices? Okay, wow, yeah. We have detachment. Subtract your own agenda from the goal. Let go of the tight hold you have on this situation. There's a higher power at work. Ascension sickness. What you're experiencing is a physical manifestation of your soul's journey to higher consciousness. Healer. You are gifted with the ability to heal through words, thoughts, touch, and actions. You may explore healing work. Light worker, wow. You're a powerful being on earth capable of shining a healing light on humanity. Oh my gosh, Aquarius, this unconsidered option, I mean, are you going through an awakening? Is this, do you have a tight hold on what is familiar and change has been difficult? I feel like a door is opening in some respect that is going to, catapult you into something different, new, against the status quo. Wow, this is fascinating. Let's find out what you need to know. Family. What is the overarching energy around whatever this is, Spirit? What does Aquarius need to know? Victim mentality. This is when we feel we have no choice, or we stick to the conventional because of what we are led to believe about our choices, our limitations, perhaps. Interesting. All right, let's see what actually came out. Stuck energy. Discovery. Professional assistance. And the honoring path. At a glance, it feels like you are delving into something around yourself and your relationships. I feel that there's been a challenge in the past that has you reconsidering something about your life. And, whether this is a choice to end something or begin something else, I feel like you are looking for something that is tangible to help you move forward in some way. It feels kind of cryptic, but I'm kind of picking up on the underlying motivation behind all of what this is showing me is help me get to where I'm going with the least amount of resistance and the greatest amount of clarity. Yeah, that's screaming at me. Okay, wow. Kind of cryptic, guys. So let's take a look at what's going to unfold for you. This person needs a shirt. The sun, beautiful. Let's take a look at what's going to unfold for you, Aquarius. What do you need to know? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords, Sun, Justice in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. Wow, okay. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I think you're contemplating something that has some long-term impacts. I do feel that there is something you need to step into or something you must deliver. If this is not your energy, you know, you can swap it. But something needs to be brought back into balance. And it could be a relationship. It could be that you have been through something traumatic or challenging, and it feels as though, you know, this is a permanent, very painful separation. It could be in a long-term connection. If this is something you're considering, I feel like the facts of what's going on is coming to light. I'm almost picking up for you, Aquarius, that wow, don't take this the wrong way, but this is how I'm receiving it. Through your own detachment, through your own hands-off or avoidant energy, something was flipped on its back or belly, or however you want to look at it. And perhaps you had the power to change it and you didn't. That's a difficult message, because it feels like now you're left with the aftermath of something, and now you're wondering, how do I change this? Okay, let's get some clarity before we go down that rabbit hole. Okay, wow, Death. All right, why the Seven of Cups? Choices, the unconsidered option. But I feel like you're choosing whatever your next steps are, you know, wisely, because perhaps you've already been through something difficult or traumatic and you don't want to repeat performance. Yeah, look at that. We have the Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands. Now this could be in relationship. It could be that there's someone you have your eye on. There's something that might be interfering with something else. It could be a situation of, you know, torn between two lovers. It could be something like that. I don't want to jump to conclusions though. Let's look at the Queen of Pentacles. The High Priestess. Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess. The Tower. Eight of Wands. I'm going to get all the clarifiers out and we'll begin to unfold this story. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords. What about Ten of Swords, Sun? Something is coming to light about something difficult. It's, yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Moon. Okay, you're facing a really difficult truth, Emperor. Let's look at Justice reverse, Three of Cups reverse, Four of Wands. Whoa, and on the floor. It came out sideways. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. All right. The decision that you're making is to separate from a situation that you feel, I'm almost wanting to say, isn't serving you, but it's also not serving the person that you're with. You know, the vision I got of someone walking into their wardrobe and picking a shirt color that they never would have worn. Well, what's the shirt doing in the closet in the first place? You know what I mean? It's almost as if you haven't allowed yourself to be, you know, your true authentic self. Maybe you're discovering something about, you know, the relationship you're in, or there's something about yourself you have suppressed or buried, and it's bubbling to the surface. And I'm almost picking up kind of a duality in your energy, that you feel as though you're perhaps obligated to a situation where your heart wants something else. And you've tried so hard to suppress the emotion behind this. And really, if this is about entertaining a connection that you had overlooked, or that you weren't allowing yourself to explore for whatever reason, a really good reason would be maybe you're with someone else. But let's just say, I almost feel as though what you've held back is about to like bubble over. There's a truth that you're really wanting to speak. And you've remained silent about this for a while, I feel. High Priestess, Four of Swords, Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands. It's like, I want to say this. I feel it in my core, but I've held back. There's so much here about holding back. But yet there's a knowing that you have about whatever it is you're seeking, that you have to reconcile. And you're a little bit back and forth about this. Yeah, look at that. Burden, Chariot, Hermit, King of Swords. There you are, perhaps. I think you're trying to come about this with, wisdom from the past, and perhaps compassion as well. But there's something that's thrown you off kilter, and you might need some help getting, where you want to be emotionally, maybe financially, maybe in a relationship. And, you may need the help of someone. You may be feeling a certain pull in a direction that it's not quite clear to you yet, but you're seeking. You're seeking, and I feel like what you're finding is highlighting more for you than maybe you were ready to digest. Ooh, it feels deep. I'm not really sure what I'm picking up on. And maybe all of this, Aquarius, is just telling you that there's something, whatever that is, that's surfacing and bubbling up for you. There's drive and passion behind it. I do feel a cautious energy, and it could be because you're very mindful of the impact on others. But I also feel like whatever it is that's coming to light for you, I just heard something about the Emperor's New Clothes. I don't know, just a play probably on my vision, but yeah, there's something you're exploring. I'm seeing a lot of red. Okay, I want to get just a couple of the Shaman Oracle cards and find out what you can expect. Whatever this revelation is, whatever this, I don't know if this is a secret being divulged. High Priestess, Tower. Let's see what you need to know about this energy and what will play out for you. Okay, well, we have a tidy house. Clarity and organization. Interesting. There could be something about home. Clearly, we have the Four of Wands here. Home might be in focus. It's bigger than that, though. What do you need to know? Spirit may also be preparing you for a change in the home, I'm hearing. The wall, obstacles. Bottom of the deck, skywriting the fates. We have lay of the land, ancestral wisdom, deep diver diving into a task. You are learning something about yourself, Aquarius, and I feel as though the status quo is about to go in your life. And this can be the expectations others have of you. This can be a suppression of your own desires. This can be, something you've wanted to express, but you've you've maintained kind of self-control. I do get that from this reading as well. Like you've kind of pushed it down. Wherever you were headed, I feel like this unconsidered option is to redirect you in a way. And I'm getting a very earthy energy with these cards, and then we have this very watery energy happening here. This could be a deep dive into some emotions that you hadn't really allowed yourself to feel. I really feel like it kind of begins this metamorphosis for you in a way, and I still don't know what this is about. I just heard it doesn't matter. Okay, so clearly, the gist of the reading is you're evaluating something big about your life. And you want to, perhaps make a choice that is, right for you, but also is gentle and compassionate to the people around you. And I feel like this is the step to allowing yourself to, wear red. Wow, I'm not quite sure, Aquarius. But if this is hitting home, if you're still here, you're like, oh my gosh. Kind of thought-provoking, I feel. Let's take a look at what Spirit's guidance is for you. What is... Okay, we have responsibility around your resources is important at this time. You may be making a really big change in your life that is going to require... you hold on to your money. If there is a job change, perhaps, and we do have professional assistance here, maybe it's a job search. But it's deeper than that, I know that. But it feels to me like you have to prepare for the future in a way that you have to ensure your stability. Again, I was kind of getting a lot of earthy energy here, and this is very watery. Whoa. So pay attention to your finances. Home is in focus for sure. We have, if you're wondering if this will happen, the answer is no. And I feel like it is because you are meant to refocus your energy on something else. Whoa. The person in your thoughts is so grateful to have you in their life. You are a gift to them, their heart's treasure. So there is a person who thinks highly of you. If this is the energy of what they're going through, maybe they're turning their back on something and you are the unconsidered option. Offer help and healing to someone who needs you. You play a really big role in someone's life, Aquarius. And if they're going through this, your role for them is to help them, kind of own up to something, face something difficult, allow themselves to, kind of shed a layer of skin if that's what's going on in their life. I do feel like there's an element of past life karma being resolved in this situation. I can't quite put my finger on it. But if this is about your relationship, somebody is looking to you for balance, for guidance, for light. Is there anything else? So cryptic. Wow. Your spiritual path is being illuminated. This speaks to fate. I feel like there is something you are being shown that is going to redirect you. You would never have gone there. Your person would never have gone there. Maybe the turning point for the two of you is having met. It almost feels as though there's a catalyst in this energy, like someone has prompted something in someone else's life. We have transformation, surrender, healing, mastery. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I want to take one final look at the Signs and Synchronicities deck. What is the most important thing Aquarius is being shown? Restoration, recovery, healing, imagination, creativity, expansion. I have a feeling that this speaks to once there is a letting go, once whoever is making this decision allows themselves to face their fear and, call it right or wrong, or, bring balance or restore, camaraderie in groups of people or in your connection, something about it is going to flourish. There's that guiding light. Be less guarded. Attention, nurture, foster. Mystery unfolding. Fascinating reading. I'm going to sit with this to see if I extend it. I have a feeling that there's something bigger you're being shown. If this is about a relationship coming back together or someone in your life making big decisions about their own, then I feel like this marks a pretty big turning point. But I'm going to sit with this a bit. If I do extend it, the link will be below. That happened for Sagittarius as well. It's like message delivered. There is no reason to look any further, but I'm going to sit with this for a bit. So Aquarius, fascinating reading. I'm going to leave it there. I hope this was helpful. I will see you mid-month. Take care.